Namaskar, welcome to Ekaksha. I'm Nipadas. Today I'll start the third English chapter of class 10 and the name of the chapter is Glimpses of India, Part 1, Kurg. মৰমৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল আজি আমি দশম শ্ৰেণীৰ ইংৰাজীৰ তৃতীয়টি পাঠ আলোচনা কৰিম আৰু পাঠটিৰ নাম হৈছে Glimpses of India, Part 1, Kurg. In this chapter, we will read about two very beautiful places of India. ইয়াতে আমি ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ দুখন ঠাইৰ বিষয়ে আলোচনা কৰিম. And in the first part, we will read about Kurg. Before I tell you anything about Kurg, let us discuss about the writer. The author or the writer of Kurg is Lokesh Abrol. He is a doctor, a writer and a traveler, and he loved to write about the places that he had visited. So now, before we start, let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever been to a hill station? তোমালোকে hill stationলৈ গৈছানে? I'm sure some of you have been to hill stations like Shillong or Darjeeling. নিশ্চয় তোমালোক কিছুমানে গৈছা, নিশ্চয় শিলঙলৈ গৈছা বা দাৰ্জিলিঙলৈ গৈছা. So today we are going to talk about a hill station, a very beautiful hill station which is located in the southern part of India. And the name of the hill station is Kurg. So look at this picture. See how beautiful Kurg is. So এই ফটোখনলৈ চোৱা, Kurg কিমান যে সুন্দৰ নহয়নে? And once you read this chapter, you will feel that we have already visited Kurg. আৰু এই পাঠটি পঢ়িলে আমাৰ খুব ভাল লাগিব, এনে লাগিব যে আমি কুৰ্গ গৈ ফুৰি আহিছো. It is so beautifully written by Lokesh Abrol. So, let's get started. আহাচোন পঢ়ো. Kurg is coffee country, famous for its rainforest and spices. So, Kurg is famous for its coffee. Just like our state, Assam is famous for tea, Kurg is famous for coffee and its rainforest and spices. So, যিখন ঠাইৰ বিষয়ে আমি পঢ়িম, Kurg কিহৰ কাৰণে জনাজাত? কফিৰ কাৰণে, তাত কফিৰ খেতি হয় আৰু it is famous for evergreen rainforest. So what are rainforests? Those are dense forests where it rains heavily. Okay, খুব বৰষুণ হয়, ঘন বন হাবি জংগল বুইছা আৰু পাত গছৰ পাতবোৰ চিৰসেউজ. And spices মানে হৈছে মছলা. So Kurg is famous for coffee, evergreen rainforest and spices. So look at the picture of Kurg. Midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. Coastal mane hoise upakuliyo, drifted mane botahe uruwai loi aha. So where is Kurg located? It is located midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore. Coastal means places that are located near the sea. উপকূলীয় সাগৰৰ ওচৰত যিবোৰ অৱস্থিত ঠাই যিবোৰ অৱস্থিত সেইবোৰক coastal বুলি কয়. So Kurg is located between Mysore and Mangalore. And the writer is saying that it is like a piece of heaven. Kurg has been compared to a piece of heaven. It's so beautiful, as if it's a piece of heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. Drift means to move very slowly, as if it had moved slowly from the kingdom of God. It is so beautiful. It has been compared to a piece of heaven. ইয়াতে লিখকে কি কৈছে যে কুৰ্গ মাইসোৰ আৰু উপকূলীয় মেংগালোৰৰ মাজত অৱস্থিত আৰু ইমান ধুনীয়া যে কুৰ্গক স্বৰ্গৰ টুকুৰা এটাৰ লগত তুলনা কৰিছে আৰু কৈছে ভগৱানৰ ৰাজ্যৰ পৰা যেন বতাহত উৰি আমাৰ পৃথিৱীলৈ আহিছে. It is so beautiful that it has been compared to a piece of heaven. This land of rolling hills, this land refers to Kurg. So Kurg is a land of rolling hills. Hills mane pahar, rolling mane small slopes, this kind of hills, okay? These dekhisa enekwa. These are known as rolling hills. Enekwa paharok rolling hills buli kowa hoy. This land of rolling hills is inhabited by a proud race of martial men, beautiful women, and wild creatures. So who inhabits Kurg? Tate kune bohobas kore? Martial men. Martial men refers to very brave, strong, and courageous man who knows about warfare. So yate martial men mane তেওঁলোক খুব সাহসী পুৰুষসকল খুব সাহসী আৰু মহিলাসকল খুব সুন্দৰ ধুনীয়া আৰু কি পোৱা যায় wild creatures lot of birds and animals জীৱ জন্তু সাহসী মানুহ আৰু খুব সুন্দৰ মহিলা তেওঁলোকে ক'ত বাস কৰে কুৰ্গত so Kurg is inhabited by martial or very strong courageous men beautiful women and wild creatures Kurg or Kodago so now we know one more thing Kurg or Kodago what is the other name of Kurg the other name of Kurg is Kodago Kurgok ki buli jana jay an eta naam ki Kodago the smallest district of Karnataka so now we also know that Kurg is the smallest district of Karnataka so you might be asked where is Kurg located so Kurg is in Karnataka. That's the first thing. And we also know that Kurg is the smallest district of Karnataka, situated midway between Mysore and Mangalore. So look at this map. This is the map of India. Ekhon Bharatborkhor map. Dekhisane? South India lo swa, Dokhin Bharator phale swa. This is Karnataka. Green color ase. This is ekhon hoise Karnataka. Karnatakar ei tolot ia dekhisa the pink color. This is Kurg. Yeah, swa Karnatakar this is Karnatakar map ekhon. This is Kurg. Aru Kurgor map khon dangor ke tumalokok dia hoise. Ebar swason you can also like look up your atlasot bhaldore enike sai lobo para yato dhuniake dia hoise bharatborkhor map Karnataka aru Karnatakar ya swa Kurgor map khon dangor ke dia hoise okay so now you know Kurg is in Karnataka it is the smallest district of Karnataka and it is situated midway between Mysore and Mangalore. Is home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee plantation. So, what do we find in Kurg? We find coffee, evergreen rainforest and spices. Coffee mane tumaloke jana, spices mane masala. Evergreen rainforest hoise siroheus bonbur. So, it is full of dense forest which receive heavy rainfall and leaves of the trees always remain green in color. Evergreen rainforest cover 30% of this district. This district mane Kurgor kotha koise. Kurgor 30% ki thai evergreen rainforest e abori ase. So you might be asked what percentage of Kurg is covered by rainforest. Now we know that 30% of Kurg is covered by rainforest. Martial mane juddha সম্পৰ্কীয়. During the monsoons, it pours enough to keep away visitors. It pours enough to keep many visitors away. So, during monsoon, barikha kalot ki hoy? It rains heavily in Kurg. Pours enough. Pours enough means it rains heavily. Okay, khub borokhun hoy. Hekarne ki hoy? Tourists or visitors, they don't prefer to come during the monsoon season. Monsoon season atke porjotok ahibo nibisare kiyo titia khub borokhun hoy. Pours enough means it rains very heavily. The season of joy. The season of joy here, it means that it refers to the best time to visit Kurg. Commences. Commences means start from September and continues till March. So now we know when is the best time to visit Kurg. The best time to visit Kurg is from September to March. The weather is perfect with some showers thrown in for good measure. So at that time, it rains but not heavily. So there's a lot of drizzling or some light showers. So from September to March is the best time because the weather is perfect at that point of time. September পৰা মাৰ্চৰ ভিতৰত বতৰ খুব ভাল থাকে মাজে মাজে পাতল বৰষুণ হয় সেই সময়ত পৰ্যটকসকল কুৰ্গলৈ যাব পাৰে The air breathes of invigorating coffee. Invigorating মানে স্বাস্থ্যকৰ commences মানে আৰম্ভ কৰা. So in Coorg, you can breathe or you can smell coffee everywhere. And it energizes you. You feel very energetic because you can smell coffee in the air. বতাহত কফিৰ গোন্ধ পাবা আৰু মানুহে কি খুব energized, active feel কৰে. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows stand tucked under tree canopies in prime corners. Okay? Canopies মানে চা, prime মানে মুখ্য. So coffee estates refers to coffee farms where coffee plantation takes place. And colonial bungalows মানে তোমালোকে জানা, colonial bungalows means those bungalows which were built during the time of the British rule. British সকলে বনোৱা সেই bungalows আগৰ দিনৰ ধুনীয়া bungalows যে থাকে এইবোৰক colonial because they were built during the British time of the Britishৰ সময়ত বনোৱা কাৰণে colonial bungalows বুলি কয়. So সেই bungalow look at this picture. This is a colonial bungalow. So এইবোৰ ক'ত থাকে চোৱা, in prime locations, মুখ্য স্থানবোৰত থাকে. আৰু coffee estates and colonial bungalow লগত কি থাকে, coffee farm থাকে. And the bungalows stand tucked under tree canopy. So what is a canopy? Canopy is a shelter or a roof-like structure. It is a roof-like structure, almost like a shelter. And tree canopies means it's a roof-like structure formed by large trees. So look at this picture. These are large, tall trees, and the leaves and the branches, they form a kind of roof. এখন সাৰ নিচিনা কৰি দেখিছানে, তাৰ তলত বাংলোটো আছে, colonial bungalow. It's so beautiful. আৰু এই structureটো দেখিছানে, এনেকুৱা structureটো canopy বুলি কয়. দেখিছা গছবোৰে কেনেকুৱা এটা ছাঁ বনাই দিছে, roof-like structure, almost like a shelter formed by the trees, and that structure is known as tree canopy. Look at the picture, the beautiful colonial building tucked under the tree canopy. Okay. The fiercely independent people, fiercely মানে ইয়াতে ভীষণ বুজাইছে, of Coorg are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. Descent means বংশাৱলী. So now the writer talks about the origin of the people of Coorg. তেওঁলোকনো ক'ৰ পৰা আহিছে, তেওঁলোকৰ বংশধৰ কোন, সেই বিষয়টো আলোচনা কৰিছে. So according to the writer, they are possibly of Greek or Arabic. So they must have either come from Greece or from Arab. So কেনেকে গম পালে, ইয়াৰ বিষয়ে দুটা story আছে. বলাচোন আমি পঢ়ো. As one story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. So there is a story, এটা story আছে, তোমালোকে জানাই নহয়, you must have heard about Alexander the Great. So he and his army had come to India, and when they came to South India, a part of his army had to stay back because it became impossible for them to go back. কি হৈছিলে, Alexander the Greater আৰ্মিৰ সৈন্যৰ এটা ভাগ কি হৈছিলে, তেওঁলোকে সাউথ ইণ্ডিয়াত যেতিয়া আহিছিলে তেওঁলোকে ঘূৰি যোৱাটো সম্ভৱপৰ নোহোৱা কাৰণে তেওঁলোকে তাতেই থাকিব ললে. Impractical অবাস্তৱ. These people married amongst the locals. আৰু তেওঁলোকে ইয়াতে থাকি গ'ল যে, এলেকজেণ্ডাৰৰ সৈন্যবাহিনী কিছুমান মানুহ গ্ৰীচৰ পৰা যে আহিছিল, তেওঁলোক ইয়াতে থাকি গ'ল আৰু কুৰ্গৰ লোকেল মহিলাসকলৰ লগতে বিবাহ পাশত আবদ্ধ হ'ল. And their culture is apparent. Apparent means clear. Spasta is apparent in the martial traditions, marriage, and religious rites which are distinct from the Hindu mainstream. Mainstream means mulhuti. So these people, the soldiers of Alexander's army who stayed back in Coorg, they married the local girls and they stayed here. But they are not like the mainstream Hindu people. মূলসুঁতিৰ হিন্দু মানুহৰ লগত তেওঁলোকৰ ৰীতি নীতি আচাৰ ব্যৱহাৰ বা সংস্কৃতিৰ মিল নাই, কাৰণ তেওঁলোকৰ কি, এইটো আমি কেনেকে গম পাওঁ, সেইকাৰণে ভাবিছে that they must have come from Greece, কাৰণ তেওঁলোকৰ martial tradition, marriage and religious rites, তেওঁলোকৰ বিয়াৰ যিবোৰ নিয়ম নীতি আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ ধৰ্মীয় নিয়ম নীতি বা তেওঁলোকৰ যি যুদ্ধৰ শৈলী, সেইবোৰ আমাৰ হিন্দুৰ ধৰ্মৰ বা মূলসুঁতিৰ মানুহৰ লগত মিল নাই, পৃথক বেলেগ ধৰণৰ. So the writer thinks that they must have come from Greece. The theory of Arab origin draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by the Kodabus. Okay, Kodabus means the people of Kurg. They are also known as Kodabus. আৰু এটা ষ্টৰী আছে যে তেওঁলোক কি আৰবৰ পৰাও আহিব পাৰে। সেইটো ষ্টৰীটো কিয় ভাবিছে, কথাষাৰ কিয় ভাবিলে, কাৰণ তেওঁলোকৰ সাজটো চোৱাচোন, look at their attire. They wear a long black, look at the picture. They wear a long black coat with an embroidered waist belt known as kupia. আৰু এইটো কি বুলি কয়? It is known as kupia. It resembles means it looks alike, similar. It resembles the kufia worn by the Arabs and the Kurds. And this dress is very similar to the kufia worn by the Arabs. Arabs সকলেও এনেকুৱা এটাই ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধে, attire পিন্ধে, আৰু সেইটো কি বুলি কয়, দেখাত একদম একে, ব্লেক কোট আৰু এমব্ৰইডাৰ্ড বেল্ট থাকে, আৰু সেইটোক এৰবত কি বুলি কয়, কুফিয়া, আৰু কুৰ্গত কি কয়, কুপিয়া. See, even the name is also almost same. নামটো almost একে নহয় জানো? কুৰ্গত কুপিয়া বুলি কয়, এৰবত কুফিয়া বুলি কয়, আৰু দেখিব একদম একে। সেইকাৰণে ভাবে যে কিজানি তেওঁলোক এৰবৰ বংশধৰ আছিল, তেওঁলোকৰ পূৰ্বপুৰুষসকল। Kurgi homes have a tradition of hospitality. Hospitality means atitha. Kurgir মানুহসকলৰ কি এটা মানে ট্ৰেডিশ্যন আছিলে, সেইটো হৈছে কি আতিথ্য। So you must know, some of you make this mistake. There is a difference between hospital and hospitality. মই এনেই তোমালোকক কৈ দিছোঁ, কাৰণ বহুতে এই পাৰ্থক্যটো বুজি নোপোৱা। হস্পিটেল মানে চিকিৎসালয়, কিন্তু hospitality is different. Hospitality means when you welcome your guest, or when you make your guest feel very comfortable, when you are nice to your guest, that is known as hospitality, আতিথ্য। অতিথি আপ্যায়ন কৰা, সেইটো hospitality. So কুৰ্গী মানুহৰ এটা খুব ভাল ট্ৰেডিশ্যন আছে যে তেওঁলোকে অতিথি বা আলহীক খুব ভাল ব্যৱহাৰ কৰে। And they are more than willing to recount. Recount means সবিশেষ দিবলৈ. That means they are very willing to tell numerous tales. Tales means stories, many stories of valor. Valor means courage or heroism, of valor related to their sons and fathers. So when guests come to the place, they're very excited. They want to tell about the stories of courage and heroism about their forefathers, maybe about their fathers, grandfathers, or their sons. আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ ঘৰত যেতিয়া আলহী আহে, তেওঁলোকৰ পূৰ্বপুৰুষসকল, দেউতাকৰ বা নিজৰ পুত্ৰৰো তেওঁলোকৰ কি সাহসিকতাৰ কাহিনীবোৰ কৈ খুব আনন্দ লাভ কৰে বা খুব ভাল পায়। তেওঁলোক মানে খুব সাহসী। The Kurg regiment is one of the most decorated in the Indian Army. Most decorated, valor মানে সাহস, most decorated মানে সৰ্বাধিক সজ্জিত। So the Kurg regiment, আমাৰ দেশত বিভিন্ন ৰেজিমেণ্ট থাকে, তোমালোকে ৰিপাব্লিক ডেৰ পেৰেডবোৰ দেখা নহয়, পঞ্জাৱ ৰেজিমেণ্ট, ৰাজস্থান ৰেজিমেণ্ট, সেইদৰে Kurg ৰেজিমেণ্টটো থাকে। So the Kurg regiment is one of the most decorated. Most decorated মানে ইয়াৰে অৰ্থ হৈছে the Kurgi regiment has won the highest number of awards for bravery. সাহসিকতাৰ কাৰণে বহুত তেওঁলোকে আটাইতকৈ বেছি পুৰস্কৃত হৈছিল. That means the Kurgi regiment is one of the bravest in the Indian Army. And the first chief of the Indian Army, General Cariappa, was a Kurgi. So it was a matter of great honor and privilege for the Kurgi people, because the first chief of the Indian Army, General Cariappa, he was also from Kurg. He was a Kurgi. So look at the picture of General Cariappa. He was the first chief of the Indian Army, and he was also from Kurg. As I told you, the Kurgi people are very courageous. Even now, Kodabus, as I told you, কাক কয়, কুৰ্গী মানুহক কোডাবুচ বুলি কয়। আৰু ইয়াৰ আগতে আমি কি ক'লো যে আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়ান আৰ্মিৰ প্ৰথম চিফ আছিলে জেনেৰেল কৰিয়াপ্পা, আৰু তেখেতো এজন কুৰ্গী আছিলে, তাৰমানে কুৰ্গৰ তেওঁৰ জন্ম কুৰ্গত। Even now, Kodabus are the only people in India permitted means allowed, to carry firearms. Firearms means arms and ammunitions like pistols, rifles, without a license. So look at this sentence. You will be surprised to know that Kodagos or the Kurgi people are the only people in India who are allowed to carry firearms without a license. তোমালোকে জানি আচৰিত হবা যে কুৰ্গীসকলে ভাৰতৰ একমাত্ৰ মানে জাতি বা মানুহ যাক চৰকাৰে কি এটা মানে পাৰ্মিশ্যন দিছে বা এলাউ কৰিছে কি মাৰণাস্ত্ৰ ৰাখিবলৈ উইদাউট লাইচেন্স নোহোৱাকৈ তোমালোকে নিশ্চয় জানা এনেকৈ মানুহে যদি পিষ্টল ৰাইফল ৰাখে কি তাৰ কাৰণে লাইচেন্স লাগে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ পৰা হয়নে কিন্তু কোডাগোজ অৰ দ্য কুৰ্গী পিপল দে আৰ দ্য অনলি পিপল ইন ইণ্ডিয়া হু কেন কেৰি ফায়াৰ আৰ্মছ উইদাউট আ লাইচেন্স তেওঁলোকক লাইচেন্স নোহোৱাকৈ ফায়াৰ আৰ্মছ ৰাখিব দিয়ে That means they are so trustworthy and they are so courageous. The river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Kurg. So what is the river that runs through that place? Kaveri. Amar jeneke amar thait ki nodi ase Brahmaputra tomalage jana teolokor ase ki Kaveri. Obtains its water from the hills and forest of Kurg. So from where does the Kaveri obtain its water? Tar pahar or jongolor pa upor pa ki panibur tolole boi jai. So the river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Kurg. Kurgor pahar parbator pra panibur pae. Firearms mane agniastra, rifle, pistol adi. Mahasher, a large freshwater fish, abound in this area. Abound mane otirikta hua. So you'll find lot of large freshwater fish in Kurg. And what is the name of that fish? It is a large freshwater fish. And the name of the fish is Mahasher. Try to remember the names. You might be asked in your exam, isn't it? What is the freshwater fish found in Kurg? Then you'll have to write Mahasher. Kingfishers dive for their catch. So kingfisher is a beautiful bird. খুব ধুনীয়া এটা চৰাই তোমালোকে জানাই so পানীত কি জঁপিয়াই পৰে মাছ ধৰিবলে while squirrels কেৰ্কেটুৱা and langurs it's a type of monkey এটা বান্দৰ drop partially eaten partially মানে আংশিক partially eaten fruit for the mischief of enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in the clear water. Ripple mane dhok. So what do squirrels and langurs do? They eat the fruit, but they do not fully eat the fruit. They throw the half-eaten fruit or the partially eaten fruit in the water just to see the ripple, okay? The effect of the ripple. They enjoy doing that. So kurgot ki kore? Squirrel, kerketuar, bandorbre ki kore? আধা খোৱা ফলবোৰ পানীত দলিয়াই দিয়ে ঢৌবোৰ চাবলৈ so they enjoy that way ধুনীয়া কিংফিছাৰ আছে মহাশেৰ মাছ পায় elephants enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the river by their mouths so তাতে হাতীও পোৱা যায় হাতীবোৰে কি they enjoy when their mouths scrub their body scrub মানে বুজিছা ন rub their body ঘঁহি দিয়ে আৰু গা ধুৱাই দিয়ে তেতিয়া হাতীবোৰে খুব ভাল পায় by their mouths মানে জানা ন mouths মানে হৈছে হাতীৰ mouth scrubbed ঘঁহা The most laid back individuals laid back means most relaxed individuals relaxed lazy calm খুব শান্ত মানুহ মানে laid back শান্ত ব্যক্তি become converts to the life of high energy adventure with river rafting canoeing rappelling rock climbing and mountain biking. So if a person is very relaxed or calm, when that kind of a person goes to Kurg, he becomes full of energy. He becomes energetic and even that kind of a person would like to enjoy adventure sports. খুব শান্ত ব্যক্তি এজনো কুৰ্গত গৈ কি তেওঁ খুব energetic হৈ যায় আৰু তেওঁ adventure sports দুঃসাহসিক কিছুমান খেল আছে যে সেই খেলবোৰ তাত গৈ খেলিব পাৰে আৰু খুব energetic নিজকে feel কৰে মই তোমালোকক এতিয়া ফটো দেখাম river rafting canoeing rappelling rock climbing আৰু mountain biking নো কি আৰু কেনেকুৱা আমি ফটো চাওঁ আহাচোন এইবোৰ গৈ কুৰ্গত মানে অকল প্ৰাকৃতিক মানে people not only enjoy the nature or the beautiful scenery অকল যে প্ৰকৃতিটোৱে মানুহে উপভোগ কৰে তেনেকুৱা নহয় বা চৰাই চিৰিকটি জীৱ-জন্তুৱে চাই হেতু নহয় বা waterfall পানী এইবোৰে চাইটো নহয় তাতে গৈ কি মানুহে দুঃসাহসিক কিছুমান খেলো খেলে তো টুৰিষ্টে তাত গৈ খুব ভাল পায় they can also engage in adventure sports so look at the picture this is river rafting look at the picture River rafting, it is a kind of a boat, inflated boat. And this is canoeing. Canoeing, look at the boat. It is a long and narrow boat. Dikhol, thek এখন নাও. So you need a paddle. And this is rappelling. Rappelling mane যেতিয়া when you go down a cliff with the help of a rope. পাহাৰ পৰ্বত বা ওপৰৰ পৰা যেতিয়া ৰছীৰে তললৈ নামি অহা হয়, সেইটো কি বুলি কয়? That is known as rappelling. And this is rock climbing. Rock climbing তোমালোকে জানা ন? এনেকে যে পাথৰবোৰ বগাই যায়, ৰছীৰে ওপৰলৈ যে উঠি যায়, ৰক ক্লাইম্বিং. মাউণ্টেন বাইকিং. মাউণ্টেন বাইকিং, পাহাৰৰ ওপৰত যেতিয়া বাইক লৈ বা চাইকেলেৰে বা বাইকেৰে ওপৰলৈ যায়, that is known as mountain biking. So look at the pictures. These are the adventure sports that's available in Coorg for the tourist. Numerous walking trails in this region are a favorite with trekkers. So people who love to trek, যোনে খোজকাঢ়ি খুব ভাল পায়, তেওঁলোকে পাহাৰ পৰ্বতৰ ওপৰত উঠি যায়, তাতে সুন্দৰভাৱে ৰাস্তা বনাই দিয়া হৈছে. Trekkers love to walk because there are many walking trails. Trails means path. Birds, bees, and butterflies are there to give you company. So in Coorg, you will find lot of birds, bees, and butterflies. Macaws, Malabar squirrels, langurs, and slender lories keep a watching eye from the tree canopy. Canopy, as I told you earlier, canopy mane বুজিয়ে পাইছা, tree canopy mane গছ, বিভিন্ন ডাঙৰ দীঘল গছবোৰে কি এটা ছাঁ নিচিনা কৰি দিয়ে. আৰু তাত কি এইবোৰে লুকাই জন্তুবোৰে মনে মনে গোটেই কুৰ্গখন শান্ত হৈ চাই থাকে. What are the animals? মই তোমালোকক ফটো দেখাম. Name of the animals found there are macaws, Malabar squirrel, langurs, slender lories. Okay. This is the picture of macaws. Swa. Malabar squirrels. Squirrel মানে কেৰ্কেটুৱা. This is Malabar squirrel. Macaws. This is langur. এইবোৰ বান্দৰৰ নিচিনাই আৰু almost like monkeys. This is slender lories. ভালদৰে ফটোবোৰ চাই লোৱা তোমালোকে. I do, however, prefer to step aside for wild animals. So when wild animals come, what do the writer do? He likes to step aside. তেওঁ কি অকণ ৰৈ দিয়ে আৰু বনৰীয়া হাতীবোৰক পাৰ হৈ যাবলৈ দিয়ে. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills brings you into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. So look at the picture of Brahmagiri hills. Beautiful, isn't it? Brahmagiri hills are photoখন তোমালোকে চোৱাচোন কিমান সুন্দৰ. আৰু তেওঁ কি কৈছে? If you stand on top of Brahmagiri hills and look down, you get to see the wide view of Coorg. তাৰমানে ব্ৰহ্মগিৰি পাহাৰৰ পৰ্বতৰ একদম ওপৰত শিখৰত গৈ তললৈ আমি যদি চাওঁ তেতিয়া গোটেই কুৰ্গখন সুন্দৰভাৱে আমি দেখা পাম. And that is known as panoramic view, wide view. গোটেই যেতিয়া আমি অঞ্চলটো ভালদৰে ওপৰৰ পৰা দেখা পাওঁ এইটো panoramic view বুলি কয়. Panoramic means বিস্তৃত. A walk across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisargadhama. So there is also an island in Coorg. Coorgot এখন দ্বীপো আছে. Island means a piece of land which is covered by water on all sides. তোমালোকে জানা দ্বীপ মানে কি? ঠাই যিটো চাৰিওফালে কি পানীয়ে আৱৰি থাকে. So সেই আইলেণ্ডলৈ আমি কেনেকে যাম? দ্বীপলৈ কেনেকে যাব লাগিব? There is a rope bridge. ৰছীৰে বনোৱা এখন bridge আছে. সেই ৰছীৰ ব্ৰিজেৰে যাব লাগিব. It is a 64-acre island. Okay. And the name of the island is Nisargadhama. Running into Buddhist monks from India's largest Tibetan settlement at nearby Bailakuppe is a bonus. Bonus means অতিৰিক্ত অংশ. So it is added fun for people because if they want to go and see the Buddhist monks, then they can go to Bailakuppe. There you will see the largest Tibetan settlement of Buddhist monks. আৰু তাৰ পিছত অলপ গ'লে বাইলাকুপিত কি পায়? বৌদ্ধ সন্যাসীবোৰ তেওঁলোক তাতে বহুত মানুহ তাতে তেওঁলোক থাকে. বুদ্ধিষ্ট মংছবোৰ তাতে তেওঁলোকে থাকে. তেওঁলোক টিবেটৰ পৰা আহি তাত থাকিব লৈছে. The monks in red, ochre, and yellow robes. আৰু Buddhist monks, what do they wear? They wear robes of yellow, ochre and red. Ochre মানে কেনেকুৱা? গেৰুৱা ৰংটো যে সেইটো ochre বুলি কয়. Look at the picture of a Buddhist monk. Ochre, গেৰুৱা. So, everything is available in Coorg, হয়নে? Whatever you are looking for, if you are looking for adventure sports, it is available. যদি তোমালোকে nature, প্ৰকৃতি মানে enjoy কৰিব বিচাৰা, that is also available. You can look at beautiful birds, bees, butterflies, animals. Everything is available in Coorg. It is such a beautiful place, almost like a piece of heaven. Are amongst the many surprises that wait to be discovered by visitors searching for the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. So, Bailakupi is a surprise for visitors because most people, when they go to Coorg, they think that they'll get to see the beautiful hills, the forest, the evergreen rainforest, coffee, spices, birds and animals, isn't it? Or they think about the adventure sports. But people who are inclined towards spirituality or looking for peace of mind, they can also go to Bailakupi and meet the monks who reside there. So, children, we have come to the end of the first part, Coorg. So, a little recap. Today, we studied about a beautiful hill station which is located in Karnataka. It is the smallest district of Karnataka, and the name of the place is Coorg. It is situated midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore. Ekhini kotha monot rakhiba. And Coorg is famous for coffee, evergreen rainforest and spices. And 30% of Coorg is covered by evergreen rainforest. So, and when is the best time to visit Coorg? The best time to visit Coorg is from September to March. And then the writer talks about the origin of the Kurgi people. There are two stories, something that they have come from Greece, and there's another story which says that they must be of Arabic descent. Then we get to know about the people of Kurg. They are martial men, beautiful women, and they have a tradition of hospitality. They are very welcoming when it comes to guests, and they are very proud to narrate stories of courage, heroism related to their fathers and their sons. And you will be glad to know that the first chief of the Indian Army, General Kariyappa, he was also a Kurgi. And the Kurg regiment is the one which has received the highest number of awards for bravery in Indian Army. Then next, you will get to know a surprising fact that the Kurgi people are the only people in India allowed to carry firearms, that means pistols or rifles, without a license. Then the writer talks about the scenic beauty, the nature, and the birds and animals of Coorg. There are a lot of birds, butterflies, bees. You find the large freshwater fish called mahasher. Then you find kingfishers, elephants, langurs, squirrels, macaws, lot of wild animals there. It is so beautiful. And the tourist can also engage in different adventure sports like river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, mountain biking, trekking, etc. And then you can go to the Brahmagiri hills to get a view of Coorg. Then there is an island called Nisargadaama. Or if you're looking for spirituality or inner peace of mind, you can go to Bailakupi and visit the Buddhist monks there. So, children, I think you have understood and enjoyed this chapter. So, আশা কৰোঁ তোমালোকে বুজি পাইছা আৰু খুব ভাল লাগিছে নহয় জানো? এনেকুৱা লাগিছে যেন আমি কুৰ্গলৈ ফুৰিবহে গ'লো, সুন্দৰভাৱে ফটোবোৰো আমি দেখিলোঁ, আমি যেন ফুৰি আকৌ ঘূৰি আহিছোঁ। ইমান সুন্দৰভাৱে লিখকে বৰ্ণনা কৰিছে নহয় জানো? Now, to see if you have understood, let me ask a few multiple choice questions. Coorg is famous for its tea plantations, coffee plantations, rubber plantations, spice plantations. So, Coorg is famous for coffee plantations. The people of Coorg are known for their cowardice, martial spirit, love for peace, artistic skills. So they are known for their martial spirit. The river that originates in Coorg is Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, Krishna. So it is the river Kaveri that originates in Kurg. Children, we have come to the end of the third chapter, part 1, Kurg. I'm sure you enjoyed reading this chapter. So in the next class, I'll come with part 2, that is Tea from Assam. Until then, take care. Thank you.